Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to my channel. This is Paintgirlee, and this is Paintgirlee Live, this live stream with hopefully live people. I see Teresa has been in early. She may not be at her keyboard right now, but good morning, Teresa. Nice to see you. So hopefully a few more of you will dribble in. I'm going to work on a journal today that I've been wanting to make, and I picked up some. I think I showed a haul that I did with the community like yard sale that we have here where we live. And I picked up a comforter, a quilted type comforter. It's not an old time comforter, it was fairly recently made, I'm sure. But I wanted to use it as the basis for journal covers. And so I cut a piece of that out and I was thinking about a couple different ideas. And I thought, I need to get started on some of these things. So my inspiration is from Amity Bloom. I put her channel information in my description box. She's a young woman with a channel on YouTube, and she has a line of digitals as well. And we think washi tape, although it's never in stock. So that's a little frustrating for us groupies. But if you look at some of her videos, you'll quickly see that she's quite talented and she layers things, almost like a patchwork kind of a thing to make her journals. So I thought I would show you one that I did previously, but I want to move towards another one that is really kind of maybe a wedding theme because we're coming into the summertime and people get married. Quite a few people get married in June, July. And I always seem to miss that boat. So I'd like to get a journal made and listed into my Etsy shop. Now, Naz, as is her name, she layers her fabrics, and she's got a lot of beautiful fabrics, and she has a real knack with putting them together. That I find very difficult for me. So I usually start with a base fabric. Good morning, Mama. Nice to see you. So as you'll see on this one, I started with this fabric that looks kind of like a carpet bag type fabric. And then I added this would look good on the book I'm going to work on. I wonder where I have the rest of those. Then I just put this little doily on here. Forgive me. I think I'm getting this cold back from my husband. We just can't seem to get rid of it. And then different pieces of material. You'll see some navy lace here. But if you watch some of her videos, you'll see that she pieces her work together differently. She takes individual pieces of fabric and she fashions them all together. It looks fabulous, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. And then she also does like a scrapbook patchwork kind of work on her pages as well, as you'll see with what I'm going to show you here. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning. And she starts with base pages, like most of us would, and then she adds things like laces, fabric, other scrapbook paper, just little bits of things that she has in her stash to make her pages. They're very eclectic at times, but they can also be very comforting. And then she uses her journals. I'm sure she sells some of them, but then she'll journal in these little spots. She'll write little things, or she'll come back in and she'll put a picture, and that's how she uses her journals, and that's how she builds them. So it's just like a combination of things she loves that she kind of does like a patchwork. See, this is all layered. This is a piece of Jacqueline's dyed paper. I just put some fabric, glued it on the edge. This is just a little, I don't think it's a printable. I think it was just in a pack of some ephemera that I bought. Washi tape. This is a feed bag fabric. So really, whatever you have, you just kind of dump it in the book and arrange it, glue it down, and then you're on your way. So I wanted to do the same kind of thing, but with more of a wedding engagement kind of a feel to it, right? I think she usually does 3 or 4 signatures, but you can do whatever you want. But her books can get quite large. So, and she usually always uses some kind of doily or old time handkerchief for her closure. Her grandmother crochets and she calls it lace. I would call it more like a doily, but that's just me. I got that twisted. So I'm just going to tuck this in and put this aside. So part of it is gathering what you want to use on your cover and on your pages. So I've been printing off some things this morning, but I've got a couple of things I can root through. I'm going to show you what I've started. If you have any questions, put it in caps for me, please. Okay, it's easier for me to spot those. So here is the bedspread, really, or the quilt that I purchased at my recent yard sale here in my community. So you see, I've marked off where my spine's going to be. This is going to be the back of my book, and this is going to be the front. Now, I purchased this fabric here from Pearls Finds. I should put her in my description box too. I always forget to do that. And nothing is set in stone. And I was looking through some other stuff. I might have some other fabric that I might try to push under here, but this is what I have so far. I was covering up some of this, but I want to be able to see that design on that fabric. It's kind of like an upholstery fabric. This was a round doily, so I just cut this off and folded it under. Naz usually folds under, and see, I got to trim that, and glues. She does a lot of gluing. She stitches sometimes, and if she hand stitches, like if she has an applique that she wants to use, a lot of times she'll hand stitch on that to add some texture to her cover. And she'll encourage you to do that before, you get to this stage. Because, it's kind of hard to embroider and stitch, through all these layers. You could do it, but I think it'd be a little more frustrating. And so as I was looking for somewhere, I have a book that I purchased that has like old-timey like wedding pictures in it, like from the 50s, like from when my mom was married. But as in usual Lori fashion, she could not put her hands on it this morning. So I'm leaning towards more of champagne and a pinky rosy color. So I printed off a few digitals. I'm going to show you those. So if you have any ideas, and you think something would look cool or better, just let me know. My feelings won't get hurt for sure. But I found this laying with my stash of things. So that's a really pretty lace. And it could go on the pages or on the cover. So I'm not, Now this is more, as you can see, a white. So I'm not sure. See, Bloom would just piece this, and she just puts a piece here. And you got to watch some of her. I'm addicted to her style and the way she can put things together. I'm still learning how to trust I don't know. I feel like I can do a lot of different stuff, but this part of it is a struggle for me to just piece together fabrics that just work, She usually always has something decorative down her spine too, like an applique or a piece of lace, something that kind of stands out. So I kind of like that because I can see the gold through it. So now I'm just kind of rifling through some of the stuff I found because I've said this before. I've got bags of stuff everywhere everywhere that I know I want to use in different. Oh, I love this fabric. I don't know why I like it so much. It just has like a little satiny stitch on it. It's just like a linen. Oh, Joyce. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, this is like a pink on pink. It looks white on the screen. Oh, here's another little piece of that. But Emmy, Jacqueline and I call her Bloom. So that's really what I'm going to refer to her as today, Bloom. She has a lot of really cool fabrics and she just kind of folds and glues. But see, sometimes she'll have a piece like this that she would put on her spine. But I could really put that anywhere. Now, a couple weeks ago, I was working with some ribbon embroidery, talking about ribbon embroidery. There's Teresa, ribbon embroidery, and I really like it, but it had this white background. So I'm wondering if I did stitch this on this little piece of hanky a little bit. And then I thought, I wonder if I could come and hand stitch around the edge and kind of make it look like an applique, because I'm thinking I might want to put that here and then some of this other ribbon stuff back here. But then I also have, sorry, I'm really feeling a little poorly. See, this is another little, see, it's stitched on a hanky. This was a hanky. I don't know why you'd want to blow your nose on that, but it looked like a hanky, I should say. So I'm thinking maybe something like that here. I might have too many choices. That could be some of my problem. But see, I've been thank you, Teresa. But sometimes I feel like it's a struggle to make the decision and actually decide where I like to put some things. Let me just snip that little bit out. So that, see, maybe that could go there. But I guess my question, oh yeah, I forgot I have some of these girls. This is a digital I printed on fabric. Maybe she could be a focal point. But of course, she's got the blue background, and I'm thinking pink in here. Oh, here's some of those. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are. So I guess I'm thinking I wanted to look lacy and shabby chic, you know, that kind of a vibe. Let me show you. Where did I put? No, the wrong page. Oh, I know. So usually what I like to do is have a couple of maybe digital pages that I can include in my signatures, maybe one or two in each signature. And then I fill it in with other pages, pages from books, music paper, some dyed paper that I might get from Jacqueline or do myself, pages from books, and just kind of make it. I keep using the word eclectic, but it's kind of themed, but sometimes I might throw in a strange piece of something. So this digital is pinks and roses. I didn't get a lot of this printed, but this is what I'm thinking. And then this neutral set, I've got several of these printed. So maybe now this is Amity Bloom has her own line of digital. So this is one of her sets. Let's see, it's real blue. This will be for a different project. I just wanted to print some of her stuff. There again, this one's got some lavender in it. Not really what I was thinking. Oh, I didn't realize. See, sometimes mine, they print and I have them bleed to the edge, which is, oh, that's right. This one, I don't know what I did different. So that will be like a cutout that I can put other things on top of. But you get the idea of the coloring of what I'm thinking I want on the inside of the book, the inside of the journal. Um, I guess usually most brides have some kind of an accent color. Our daughter chose mint green and peach. So I know it's hit or miss, and this is a little peachy here, but to me, it's more like a champagne. So these are the digitals I was thinking, and then when I was rooting around for that older book that I couldn't find, I found this in my stash. England is a Garden. So I thought, oh, it might be fun to include a couple sheets from this book. So this would work because it's more in your champagne colors. Hey, Ange, good morning. We got a little bit of orange there. So let's just see what else we got. I think I want to stay away from the like purples. But the other thing I've determined is it's so much easier if your pages are all the same size, at least going in. See, now this is going to be a little short. And if I put it in the book this way, I got to trim quite a bit off. I never seem to cut two pages the same. But that, I don't really want that purple. So I'm going to put that one aside. See what else I have in here. As you can see, I've pulled this apart. And I've used some of these pages and other things. So now I've got pink and the white, some yellow, and then I've got purple back here, but I could easily put something over this and then make a pocket if that's the way I want it to go. But if I do that, a smaller page wouldn't be too bad. I could really take that apart. So I know a lot of you that are here, well, there aren't a lot of you here, but those of us that are here, Angie, she likes to sew, and she's been working on some journals, right? She's on her way to the store. She'll be back. And I'm not going to get. Okay, so you're thinking you're not going to go into the ladies' room while you're out? All right, Ange. And Teresa, she likes to die cut. She does a lot of die cutting. And we've got Joyce, who crochets, and I guess you do a lot of different stuff too, right, Joyce? And Mama, I don't really know much of what you like to do. But I love putting these journals together. So I usually try to keep my signatures maybe like, I don't know, anywhere from 8 to 15 pages sometimes. It just depends, on the layout. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Now I could hinge these too. See, I don't know why they do that. So the back page is stuck to the... So I'm just kind of harvesting a variety of things that I think might work in this journal. And then once I start to put it together and piece it together, I can weed out whatever I don't think will work. But right now I'm kind of just going through, see, now that will work. So I'm just trying to think and keep, of course, some gals these days probably have a lot of bright colors in their wedding parties. So I'm going more old-fashioned kind of look. So, Mama, which I'm assuming is April. I didn't know your name was April, but what would you rather I call you? I can call you whenever. I know some people call you Juju. I tend to call you Mama. She likes the collage, mixed media, surrealism, and pop art. I'm not sure I even know what surrealism is. I'm not good with that stuff. Ooh, this is pretty. So we got a little bit of pink in here. Okay, cool. All right, so Juju making better, Mama. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Now, when Emily starts her project, she uses what she calls like a base page, and then she adds different things on. Oh, look how pretty that is. See, that might be pretty just to cut out and glue down somewhere. I'm gonna hold that aside. So I like to have a lot of these different. Yeah, she thinks I'm not a friend because I call her April. Teresa. I like to have a lot of these different books, available to me that I can rip apart and take pieces out of. So I think I can use some of those things. So here's a start of a stack of pages. Now you can see, of course, the different sizes, but this is the size that I can't go any bigger than this because this is going to fit very nicely in my cover. All right. And then I pulled out some other pages here. I've got some pages from a hymnal. And let's see. My heart is fixed. Oh God, my heart is fixed. I just want to make sure I don't have any, funeral songs. So I'm thinking I'm going to do probably 3 signatures. So I want to have at least 3 of everything. I'm a little bit anal, and I like to like to have my signatures. And if you're a replayer and you're watching, or you're new to junk journaling or whatever, and you don't know the terminology, a signature is just a group of pages that makes a section in your book. And so I like to have my signatures kind of have the same types of things that run through them, not necessarily all in the same order, but if I have a music sheet in one signature, I usually like to put one in each signature. Now, this is just, I think, like a composition book that I took apart and coffee stained. Let's see, when I look at this now, it's short. It's a little wider, but I might be able to trim. I mean, I can trim it off, but I might be able to use some of these. I haven't dug out my Jacqueline papers yet. And they can be different sizes because I like to put, oh, look, see, this one's coming apart. I like to put fabric on the edges of the pages, or lace, or, hey, Sherry, good morning. So let me grab 3 of these. And sometimes I'll repeat and do more, than 3. But let me grab 3 of these. You'd be surprised that once you start grabbing your stuff and gathering it up, your signatures tend to get quite chubby. Now, I've got quite a few of these, but some of them I think I'm going to, cut down and cut some stuff out. So I've got 3 of those. I've got 3 of my champagne color. It's kind of washed out on the screen, but this is more really of a light tan champagne-y color. So I've got 3 of those. I didn't print all of my pinks, so I've got, maybe I want to fold this way. I only have 1 pink printed. And I'll put this aside. Now, I purchased a digital set that has these little gals in it. So I was just sitting here thinking, because I have this by the side of my desk, she might look cute and, on some of the pages. I was thinking I should probably ask you guys to help me make a list. Like, what would someone want if they were purchasing a gift for someone who's getting married and they wanted to purchase a keepsake memory type book journal? Like, what would you want in it? Just things that look pretty and cute and lacy. Like, I don't have pages that are, say, like, printed and say, list your wedding party here. I mean, do they do wedding parties anymore? I don't even know. I don't even know. Now, she could be cut out. I could certainly cut her out, but I like the little roses on her hat. So I'm going to throw her in with the mix here. And then Teresa and I have been talking about my tome I'm working on. I'm going to get these pages out of the way. I'm just going to show Teresa real quick. So in this tome, if you were with me on Tuesday evening, I've been making a tome. And so I have one that's larger. And so I'm making this smaller one out of lunch bag size bags. Some I glued and some I stitched, and I've decided that I really like stitching them better than gluing them. Gluing them together, because the paper bag expands. Right, I'm down a rabbit hole here. This is a small commercial. See, it expands, so I was gluing there. I found that tedious. I didn't even measure. Let me I have a stack of them somewhere, Teresa. Let's see. I put your scraps bag in the mail, so you've got some of this, but I think it's like, let's say, 1 inch, and so that would be maybe like 3 inches wide. Not quite. Maybe about like that. You can buy those jelly roll. You're welcome. You can buy those jelly roll fabric strips. You get like, I don't know, 20, 25 strips, and they all the colors seem to coordinate, and they roll it up, and it's about like this, and it costs you like, a house payment to buy them. They're about 2.5, I think, 3 inches wide, and they usually cut the edges like a pinking shear cut. We got the little up and down thingy-mabobs. And I just measured the end of my bag and cut them, and then just wrapped it around. All right, so now, I had printed off some things a while ago when I was making the journal for my bonus daughter-in-law, and I came across the bag I stored all that stuff in. So I'm going to in here and see if there's anything I can pilfer out of this collection of goodies to see if I can use in this project, whether it be on my cover or on the pages. So this was a cover that I was working on. Now this I think might be a little too picnic pink, you know? But see, this is pretty. Now it looks washed out on the screen for me, so you gals may be seeing it washed out as well, but I think that I could use. And this is a lighter pink gingham, as you can see. These are all nice lighter pinks, which I think might work. And a piece of pink paper, that might work. This maybe, I don't know. I'm wondering if I need some pink rose on the cover. Let's see. All right, so here's another cover. Oh, I even have some signatures here. Let's see. See, these are too wide. Oh, I see what I was doing. Hold on, hold the phone. See, this is also kind of in Bloom style. I deckled the edges though. See, I put things in bags and then I forget what I'm doing. This could maybe go in the new one. Gotta finish a big tag. Okay, so I'm thinking this. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I haven't really looked at the law book stuff she's been doing, but I heard her talking about it the other day. All right, so these pages are to go with this size cover. See, the pages fit pretty well. Now, of course, it's not a completely cloth cover, but you can put in as many signatures as you like. And that's kind of a light washed out pink. Looks white on the screen. And here's some extras, it looks like. Oh no, that's my stuff. How cute she is. Look, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I hit that with some bleach. That probably wouldn't be so good with a wedding, right? So let me leave that with this. That I think I need to put with my other fabric. And this all I think can go back in that envelope. So I have a couple of things. I forgot about pink paper. Between, like avocado dyed paper. That's such a lovely shade of pink. And I know I have that somewhere. I know I have some of that somewhere. Now let's see what's in this one. I'm a bag lady. This is what I do. I put all these things in different bags. And then I forget what I've got paper and everything stacked up in front of my chat. I can't see my chat. Oh, you want a spine or two? So she's taken them apart and it's just sending you the cover because the book's heavy. Oh. Oh, bookmark that. Hey, that's a cute idea. That would be, betcha that would be fun. That would look cool. That would look cool. All right, so here's some more of my coffee stained kind of pages. Now this page is cool, but see, I don't think I want this dark bluish color in this particular project. So that's going to go to the side. This I might be able to use. And this is a piece of busted up ledger paper. Who doesn't like busted up ledger paper? This is a little too blue, I think. Am I blue? Let's see what else we got in here. Am I blue? Oh. Oh, see, now this is more like an Amity bloom style. See what I did? Just glue different chunks on. This is some of her paper, some of her digitals, I should say. And then just like graph paper. I'm just gluing on. I don't know what project this is from. But some of this might work in the wedding book. Huh? Look, this might work. Let me hold that page out. Robin Peter to pay Paul. This is an Amity Bloom design. I don't want that in a wedding book. But see, I like this. This would have worked. But I've got that other stuff glued on it. I don't think I'm going to steal any of those. This is kind of cute, though, isn't it? I might be able to incorporate that. I think I've got to glue down that lace. And this is why I purchased some of those older magazines. You know, does anybody know what I mean when I say Modern Priscilla, The Youth's Companion? There's one called, I think, Macintosh, and they're gigantic magazines. They're huge, and they were printed in the 1900s, 1800s, and they have a lot of advertisement type things, some pictures in it. But they also have, you know, beautiful covers and stuff. And once it gets to be a certain age, it's out of copyright. So you can do what you want with it. So I printed this on a piece of fabric, but my goal is to eventually, hopefully, teach myself how to do digital type stuff. So I'm not sure. So this is blue. That blue lacy flower. This one. This is a piece of feed sack fabric. Yena, hi. I don't know that I've met you. Good morning. Good morning. I am terrible with AI. I tried to do a couple things with my thumbnails recently. And that's about the end of mine. But I would like to be able to do better. I don't think I'm going to put tissue paper in. There's some old vintage Christmas. So I think I stole everything that I could out of that section. What else, if there's anything else in here I can use. Running out of space. I feel like I'm getting my space here that I'm working in smaller and smaller. It's a little too bright. This is a piece of, I think, Tim Holtz vellum. It's a little too dark. It's kind of small, but I might be able to incorporate some of these smaller pieces. Just gonna stay away from this blue and green look. Oh, I can smell the coffee. Oh, look, I could use that. I might be able to use that. Gosh, I wonder what I was building here. This is a bag. Coffee stained by Jacqueline Lovely. This has got the blue. I should probably leave these together. I forget whose paper this is. This might be Stamperia. Oh, that's a whole little journal in itself here, isn't it? All right, let's leave that be. Well, this might be nice as a page. Now, is this going to be too... isn't that odd? If I glued that together. I wonder if that will be too coffee stainy for a wedding book. See, I could glue on top. Or I can make a pocket. All right, let's hold it aside. Already got some of that stuff. Gosh, look at that. I forgot about doing all this. Oh, this is, I'm sure some of you will recognize the name, Natasha from Treasure Books. This was one of her deals where she took a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper and then folded up the bottom to make these pockets. And then she filled it with all kinds of goodies. And she did the little spines like this. Some of them she put eyelets in and then sewed in her pages to make a journal. They were so cute. And then she decorated the front. If you haven't watched her, you should check her out. She does a lot of really cool stuff. And she's very detailed, and she gives you step-by-step instructions. She walks you right through. Very easy to understand. And she's real cute. She does really fun things. Oh, that's more stuff I can use. I think. So let's see. My clock is, it's 11:15. I'm not seeing additional things so far, fabric-wise, that maybe I'd want to put under here. Oh, I did have that one fabric. Hold on, let me get that. See, I'm running out of room to stack things. These are pages I can use. These are pages I'm not going to use. Possibly a pink. Use a pink. I can maybe use these. I think I'm going to use this. This could be a wedding picture. I was wondering if a piece of this might look, because I'm going to, try to put some pink inside with those papers. I'm looking for opinions here, girls. I could fold this down. She just folds and glues. She likes to have nice straight edges. Now, sometimes you want a little jaggedy edge or something frayed, but she doesn't do too much of that. And you're going to find your own way, right? Even if you're trying to get the look or the style of another artisan, you're going to find your own way and do your own thing. You're either your own way to put it together, or leave your edges frayed and not tailored, if you will. So what do you think? Is that a good addition to that there? This was just in with my stash. Usually Kellyanne helps me with this stuff too. That might be too white. I could coffee stain that. This is why it takes me so long to get anything done. I have too many choices. But on my shindy fabric sitting here, some of that's pretty gnarly. No opinion, huh? Nobody has an opinion. I don't know if I like it. Let's trim off a little piece. I have plenty of this. I can cut this. Now it's a different looking rose than what I have inside for sure. Oh, I love that. Just kind of like finger hems or finger folds fabric. Certainly you could stitch it. It may be okay. This might be able to go under here. But see, then I'm not seeing much of my gold. But I mean, and that might be okay. I could certainly trim that too if I wanted. And then what she does, and Dee Dee does this too, once you get things set and where you think you might want them, look how pretty this is. Take a picture. So I just buy stuff willy nilly, not really for a particular project. So, I mean, some of that, I guess it's good and bad to some degrees, some degree. And then I was thinking maybe something there. Gotta cut this here. Oh, thanks, Shushu. I feel like I'm struggling here. See, this could go. I'm okay with that hanging off a little bit. See, and then I have these. Oh, don't forget the cheesecloth. I really like this one. Oh, that got twisted. Twisted. I can trim that off. I think the front should be prettier than the back, you know? Kind of like that there. And then I've got this pretty stuff. Look at this. This has got a little bit of shimmer in it. So I was thinking a little piece of this somewhere would look. I know sometimes less is more, but sometimes more is whoa, you know? Oh, what did I do with? Oh, it's under there. So this, I think I want to stitch down, give that a little bit of body and put here. All this will be gone. This extra fabric would be gone. Yeah, I could just glue that down. That might be okay to just glue it down. But I was thinking if I made it look like an applique, it might be better. And then I was thinking about putting this along the edge. I don't want to do that right away though, because I don't know how I'm going to latch this together. You know, if I'm going to make a closure of some kind. So this is probably going to go on the back burner. And just because you like somebody's work and their style or their process doesn't mean you have to do it exactly like them, right? You can do your own thing. Now, here's another piece of that, but this is the more muted colors, the greens and sages, more like the greenery. Of course, I don't want it too close to the spine because that's not going to lay right. Hmm. So many choices. I think I'm going to ixnay this. Right, right. I know exactly what you're saying. What about some bling? You know, like a little blingy button on there or something here, like maybe a piece of metal. Piece of metal? Where do I have the metal? Oh, I like the idea of a piece of metal there. I think there she is. There's my second set of eyes. Hi, Kel. Were your ears burning? I was just talking about Johnny. I was saying Kellyanne helps me with this stuff. Tells me what I need. Look, here's some metal. Let's see what we have in here. Now I'm going to want something flat, at least on the back here. I want something flat and maybe oblong if I have something teardropish. No. See what we got. See what we got available here. This looks like a pendant of some kind. Hmm. Teresa says, if it's for a wedding, that could be for like timeless. Got quite a few of those. They're kind of pretty, but I want something long. I know I had some oblong ones, but I might have used them all. Snowflake I don't want. Fish I don't want. No, they're all round, either tear shape or all round. You like the watch? Did I have a watch? I don't remember seeing a watch. Isn't that funny? Mm, that's what I'm looking for, Cal. One that's oval. And I don't think this is more of an oval, but not very big. They're either round or this teardrop shaped. So these are all rounds. Oh, Kel won't like this one. Nah, nah. This is pretty. Oh, look, this is all bent, I guess, from being in my box. Now let's bend it some more. Goofball. Now, hey, hi, Cass. How you doing, kid? Um, this one's different. Now this is Jagunda. This reminds me of like a Roman gladiator, so I don't think I want that. Now I have this in oval, like these little book plate things. What could I put under there? I have no choice. I don't know about antique and stuff. I haven't done that. I haven't done anything like that in a really long time. How about two leaves? Two leaves. Is anybody else getting on their feeds? Hi, Jacqueline. Um, Somebody's using, I guess, AI, and they've got these cute little kids, but they're redoing like different movies and stuff or different comedy bits. One is of Judge Judy, and she's talking to the people there in her courtroom. They're so funny. Um, but I saw one the other night that's like um, my cousin Vinny from the movie My Cousin Vinny, and he's saying two Utes, and the judge is going, Ute? What's a Ute? All right, Kel's saying, oh, I like that. Put a flower in the oval. What kind of a flower? I have a bunch of these. I just don't know where they are. A flower. How about my ribbon, the ribbon stuff? Let me see. Now I've got this flower. This is a piece of fabric I trimmed out. Of course, it's not oval. That's too big. I need something really teeny tiny. And so the search continues. I'm sure I have something teeny tiny somewhere, right? Teeny tiny somewhere. I've got ears. I think I have to look into some more metal. Now I've got other stuff. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I've got other stuff. I think I need a better box to put this in. This is getting all kind of bent. Kind of bendy there. Kind of bendy. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't put that away. Oops. I'm getting a call from someone I don't know. Spam. I'm doing a spam call. Let's see. What else do I have here? This is Tim Holtz stuff. Oh, you know what? I just thought of one thing I have in here. I have these. Which, you know. These are all circles. These are kind of cool. That's kind of this one's kind of got a little bit of a pinky cast to it. A pinkish cast. How about an arrow? Am I driving you crazy yet? Am I? Am I pushing you over the edge? Sorry. I also have somewhere some bling. Let's see if I can dig out some of my and some cool buttons. Of course, I may not want to part with some of this stuff. This is the problem with me. I have a hard time parting with some of this stuff. This is my little grunge thing. That's chunky. I don't want to put that on there. El Junco. I want something. Oh, this is kind of cool. I don't think we want Santa Claus. Oh, that's just like silk. That's so silky. I could just sit and touch that for hours. Somewhere I have like real bling stuff, like sparkly, yummy bling stuff. I could definitely sew on some buttons. Dark. I love this one too. I never want to use it. This one feels cool. This one's real puffy. I know. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with this woman? Very tactile. Very tactile. I love to touch. Oh, this one's pretty. A little flower. It's got the colorway that I'm looking for. So what's new by everybody? What's new? What's happening? That's what my neighbor will say. What's new by you? This one's got a little bit of a fleck in there. I gave my husband the cold and he's giving it back to me. It's just not going away, girls. I think I need a nap. Oh, is that a cat? I don't want cats on here. Oh, these are so cute. Forgot I had those. These aren't the blings. What did I do with the blings? You like the buttons better than the oval? Okay, some of these I know I'm not going to want to use, like this one. I don't want a goat on a wedding thing. But look, isn't he cool? Look at him. He's cool too. Not for this project. I get that, but that's kind of cool. It looks like the Force be with you or a Harry Potter thing. This is semi-blank. Oh, these are glass. Oh, these are so pretty. These are glass. I saw in France, I saw a watercolor paint box made out of this, like black glass cut like this. It was gorgeous. I don't need any more watercolors. If I needed watercolors, I think I probably would have talked myself into getting it, but it was so much money. But it was so yummy. Okay, so anything? Oh, yeah, there's good stuff in here too. No bling, though. The bling is somewhere else. I got to look in that drawer again. Look how pretty this is. Don't look, Ange. See, you start collecting. Oh, these are glass. These might be pretty. They probably wouldn't be too durable, though, on a cover, right? Might get slammed around. It's a little bit of bling. Might be too puffy. Oh, here, this one's flatter. I was thinking about something in the center of that. This one looks like an old waffle fry. But look, it's got like little gems on there, little stones. Not very nice ones, but it's kind of cute. There's a little one. I have some stones missing. Oh, that's cool. Oh, look at this one. I think this might be Bakelite. Oh, I forgot to apologize for my fingernails. Just noticed my fingernails. This is really cute. Look at this. These are metal. It's like a little tulip. Oh, there's another one of those. That might come in handy. Handy dandy. Look at this guy. Okay, to see. I love him. It's a gal by the name of Carolyn. I forget her last name now. I was trying to get her on my channel, but she had some really serious things happening in her life, and she had to pay attention to those, and we kind of lost track of each other, I think. I haven't contacted her again. But her mother collected buttons, and then she was selling with Keisha with the market. And of course, I couldn't resist all the different buttons. Oh my goodness, the buttons. And she was selling stuff she didn't keep for herself. Like I would have liked to. Oh look, I forgot to put this back. I would like to have gotten a look at stuff she kept for herself. Here's a little bit of bling. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, my dropping is crazy. I'm sorry. Oh look, these little pink pearls. I have to remember I have those. They might come in handy for this because I'm doing hopefully doing like a champagne and pink color palette for this project. So let's see. I think these things are all a no, right? So these all can go off to the side. That's probably a no. I do like that on there. I wonder if that would clean up a little bit. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Do like that. All right, let's see. Oh, pearls. Pearls and a little bit of bling. That might be pretty. That would just get glued on, so that might be okay. Look. Oh, you can see how nasty my fingers are. So I'm sitting last night. Oh, look. The ball game was an absolute, it was horrible. Horrible. And oh, look, this is like a champagne. It's just got those two. I guess I could stitch it on with those. Um, I'm sitting there thinking, I got to get these nails off. See, before I went on vacation, I went and got an acrylic nails on so I didn't have to think about my nails while I was away. Well, this is probably one of the best nail jobs I ever had. Like after I have them on a couple of weeks, the acrylic starts to disintegrate back by your um cuticle, and they pick it off and they sand it down, then they fill it back in. There was no spaces. I couldn't get a tool in there, and I should have soaked them, but I didn't. So I started picking, but I still have to get a lot more off before I can put on some of my glue-on nails. Cal, close your ears. I know I shouldn't say those things, but it's the truth. Ow. And then I stabbed my cuticle with my tool. So what do you think about these blingy things? That's too small. I don't think I want blingy on the back. That's a pin. If I put that one on, they could take that back off. Oh, that's a little pin too. Got some earrings. I can't see that real good. Where's my glasses? Oh, that's like a little snowflake. I love that. That might be a little too poofy. Oop, come back, little feller. This is a number 11, whatever that means. This is why this stuff never gets used. I really like this, but I don't know how that would get attached. Oh, I like to wear that. Look at this one. Ooh. So it doesn't have anything to attach to. It's just like the end of the road, like the end of a railroad track. Boop, you drop off. Boop. Well, I haven't really decided on anything. I really do like this one. I wish I had a second one of that. Hmm. I wonder if I have an oblong piece of, applique or something that I could put on top of this that might be nice, or some like maybe a piece I could cut out the shape. That's too poofy. Put this in with these guys. That's really pretty. That's too little. Hmm. What's the day? Is today the I mean I know today's Thursday, but is today the third Thursday or like is Jamie on? Let me get to my calendar. It's not working. Oh, come on. Calendar, May 1, 2. Yeah, it's the third Thursday. So Jamie's probably on. She comes on around 11. She's probably just getting started. Well, we've decided nothing. All right, now that you're here, Kel, are you here and awake? What do you think about this scenario here, Kel? Should I leave this on? Kind of looks like a sheet to me. Probably what it is. Could just do that maybe. I have tons of stuff I could still dig through and look through to see if I've got something oval to put there. I don't like that. Hmm. Now I'm really not good with like embroidery and stuff too. You like the color of the piece, but not the texture. Yeah, because it's just kind of flat like a sheet. I'm not even that crazy about the color, but thank you. I appreciate your opinion. Um, I didn't care for that so much myself there. Maybe just that piece of lace. I've got this back here too that I had on the front before. Let's start over again. Do 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 do. I kind of like that tucked. Mm. Mm-hmm. Don't mind me as I just sit here and fiddle around with all my junk, all my stuff. I could bring that down. There's some of these girls that you watch, particularly like this Amity Bloom, Naz. She's just got the best appliques, you know what I mean? Like, or a hanky that has just like the most perfect flower to go on her piece. So when I see stuff and buy things now, I'm trying to be a little more mindful of how they would actually work in a project. I'm kind of like knee jerk, like, oh, I love it. I just want to have it. And then have no plan for it. Like Jacqueline's always saying, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Well, it's good to know what you're going to do with it. But I don't think I have any really nice, like, applique type pieces. See, this is probably not a good bit to save. I've saved this little bit for what? I don't know. Hmm. All right, so I guess I'm going to put this aside for a little bit. I feel like I need something in here. Oh, I have this too. This is pretty because it's kind of like, I don't know if you can see it. It's like the lace part is outlined, almost looks like it's outlined in something. I've got a few little pearls in here, Sherry. I don't know that I have pearls though. I might have some little strings of pearls. This is just kind of different. And then I had this forever. This was in a plastic blue sleeve, if you can believe it. Maybe that would look better up here. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe right across the top. Pearls would be nice. What if I did this in sections like that? Have a piece there and then, not over top of that, but then from here to here. Oh my. Oh my. All right, Kathy, nice to see you. You have a great day. Oh, Kath, I was looking at your lace. Kath's got some nice lace. All right, honey. See ya. Have a great day. I think I do like that there. Kind of like that there. Maybe I need something darker, like hanging down from here. I've got a whole basket of stuff. I tried to put all like my I don't want to say my good stuff, but maybe my more interesting pieces. Hold on, where did I had some more like of a darker ecru kind of color. See, I like this too, but then I was getting into daisies and I was trying to do roses inside the journal itself. So I didn't want to introduce daisies and then blue and green, you know? Okay, Angie's on her way home. Let's see. Anybody want to take a bet whether or not she got paper bags out of the ladies' room? She said she wasn't going to. But the temptation is real. Okay, that's linens, but I don't think I want any of that stuff in there. Let's see if I can pick through here. That's too yellowy. Yeah, I don't want to get into that color. Hmm. That's a good one. Oh, I dropped my. See, whatever I drop, if I'm not paying attention, that little pooch of mine's going to come in and have it for a snack. She's getting a little better with that, but she still doesn't. She's still, she's still a puppy. He didn't go to the bathroom. Okay. Oh, because of the way. I did it like how some of them do it, Cal. I used the tool and I just got underneath and just, snapped it. It's all right, Cal. It's all right. My fingers still work. Okay, let's see. I hate that heart. What heart? Oh, I'm getting the yawns. Oh, these are all the same. This was, I think this was a tablecloth or something I took apart. Yeah, I'm not liking that. All right, Kellyanne is envisioning a large doily over the spine. Like, get rid of this piece, Cal. Get rid of this lacy piece. That could work. How large? I mean, I got like super large. I don't think that's what I need. I forgot I had this over here too. I didn't pull this out. Here's some pearls. I think this looks too boho. I'm thinking maybe I want to cut this, or should I wait? I really kind of like that. I don't know if I want it on the front though. Then put the lace piece over it. So leave this here and put the lace over it. All right. All right. Okay. 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 I will do it. Hold on. I'm going to pin this. Mm, gotta find it. I gotta find something. This is way too big. Way big. Way big, way big. Oh, I should have used this. I was going to use this for a wedding one. I should use this. I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice. Look at this. I need a piece of this somewhere. Digging down in my basket. That's not a doily. All this I got from Wilhelmina. She's got cool stuff. Sandy. Her name's Sandy. Oh, these are pretty. But too small. They look like two owl eyeballs to me. I gotta try to figure out how I can sleep 7 hours a night. I can't get to, I can only get about 4 hours and then I'm awake. Look at this. How about square? Can you spare a square? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Doo 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 doo. Let's dig through some of this stuff here. It's a little funky looking, I think. A little funky, funky, funky. All right, let's move this stuff over. Ah, this was like a table runner or something. So it had the lace all around the tatting or I think it might be tatting. I don't know. I can't tell. Doesn't look like crochet, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Does do it. It doesn't really matter. Do it. Look, I've got green one here. Now, don't really want to cut it till I'm ready, but I guess I'm gonna have to be ready. Do I want round, Kel, and not square? This is all extra. I still have more stuff. This is insane. Round. She says round. I knew she was going to say round. Round, round, round. This is all lace and little stuff. You need something like medium size. I don't think anything's in there. I don't think there's anything in there. This isn't round either. Well, there's a little round one, but it's not what I had envisioned in my head. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that's pretty, huh? That's not round. That's cute. Looks a little dodgy though, doesn't it? Too white. What the heck have I got in my pie hole? Something I had for, I guess, breakfast. Oh, see that little pineapple? That's too small. I might have to dig in some of my other stuff. I know I have round ones, but they seem to be either really, really large or, small. That's pretty. That's some kind of a runner. That's not the right size either. I may not have what I need. I may not have what it takes. No, it's a good thought. I'll just have to dig into some other stuff and see what I have. So it's clear. It's very clear. The cover's not getting done today. Not in a year or ever and a day. Or maybe I could layer that. Do-do-do-do, dee-dee-dee-da-da-da, dee-dee-dee. Do-do-do-do-do. This cover is not coming together. See, I don't like how you can see that underneath there. So we can move it up like I had it. Bum, 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 bum. That could really be a pocket, really, couldn't it? Does anybody really want a pocket on the back of their journal? I think not. I could trim that out. Wouldn't that be pretty there? You like the doily in the corner? Okay. Our love is here to stay. I kind of like that there. Maybe I should not have this underneath. Hold on. Could see it a little better. I love this though. Don't you love this? Where did I get this? I want more of this. I have no idea what this is, but it's so cool. This has to be ironed. I don't know which. I guess this is right side up. Oh, I do like that. It just needs to be, well, maybe some of that can be trimmed off. Ange says, I get so mad when my nephew's girlfriend calls and I'm in chat. Oh, because you can't do both at the same time, Ange? Sorry, honey, that you're frustrated. Guess I do need a little something under there. Where's that? I think I'm going on this side anyway, going from bad to worse. See, I didn't take a picture. Wait, put the rectangle back and take off the corner lower right. But this rectangle? I could bring that down further too. It doesn't have to be that huge. If I've got it, it's huge. No, the lavery rectangle. No, the I know that's an autocorrect, but I'm not getting. No, the lacy rectangle. Oh, this. Now you can appreciate when you see a journal finished and you think, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And you can appreciate, of course, some people are, I think I'm a little late in the loafers when it comes to this stuff. Of course, some people, just have a knack like I think Ebony Bloom does. But it might take them a long time to figure out how they want to write things out. Hmm. Now put that rose in the middle. In the middle. Hmm. Just by itself or with this under it. I kind of like this under it. It doesn't flow. It's too, eh, to me. I could do this smaller. Yeah, we'll get there. I'll get there. Believe me, I'll get there. It's just going to take me a little bit more time. And I do have that, I have that, I've got this, and I've got, what did I do with, oh, I've got, come out, wherever you are, you little rose flower. Uh, this looks like a G string to me. I don't know that I can use this. I'm going to have to cut this apart because that's all I see is a G string or a thong, the front of a thong. Uh, oh, here we go. Here we go. It's over here. I didn't like it in the middle. Look at that lovely journal. She's got underwears on the cover. Oh my gosh. Her squares underwears. Uh, I guess I should give it up for today, huh? Mm-hmm. 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 You know, it's kind of hard too because it's not going to be like this. Wait a minute. Let me pin this down. It's going to be bent in half. Oh man, I got a ripping headache too. I think I'm going to take some cold medicine and go take a nap. Ow. Well, I didn't have the rest of that pinned. I feel like I should look through my fabric and maybe get a piece of fabric to put down here that might coordinate or work with it. That can be my homework. This is all satiny, this piece here. I kind of like this better over here. Ouch. Well, that looks awful. Wish I could show you the video of my granddaughter when she was little, when she was doing my daughter's hair. May the bridesmaid dress color or groom's. Yeah, I see. Yeah, but see, this is just a shot in the dark, Sherry. I have nobody in mind for this. I just want to make one because I have a lot of this lace and stuff, and it's fun for me to make it and then just put it in my Etsy shop. So it's not for anybody's. It's not for anybody's wedding. I'm just hoping somebody will see it in my Etsy shop and say, "Oh, my daughter would love to have that." You know. It would be easier if I had a bride in mind, but I do not. But you make a very good point. Makes it a lot easier. Well, I'm going to work on it some more. I don't want to hold you guys up anymore. I really haven't done anything. Have done nothing. I've got nothing accomplished, nothing finished, nothing decided. Your vision is great. You're so cute. Thank you so much. I think I need some more fabric. If you go, Judy, 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 there's our little Judy. It could be for a coffee. Yes, it could be. Or a feast. Absolutely. Judy sees the bigger picture. Yes, my dear. You are absolutely right. Or just somebody who likes shabby chic, you know? So maybe I shouldn't put myself in a box. I'm going to look through my fabrics and see if I can find maybe a small print cotton or calico or something that I can um, put in there. But I like the direction I'm going. I do like the direction. One direction. I've got more of this, right? Because I had that on the back. I do like these buttons, these little fleurs. I think I'm going to put that there for sure. I do like that there. Kel, do you hate it? Let's see. Let's have another pin. See if I can stick myself. There's Teresa. I agree. It doesn't have to be a wet. Yes. Yes. Anniversary. Yes, absolutely, girls. Yeah, yeah. Thanks. That takes off a little bit of the pressure that I put on myself. Sure does take off a little bit of the pressure. See, that gets folded. And then at some point, I just have to start trusting the process and just start gluing stuff down, you know, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I mean, let's face it, my stuff doesn't sell like gangbusters anyway, so that's just the way it is. But it's a journey, right? And I enjoy the journey, that's for sure. That's for definite sure, definitely sure. Wish that was Square. Wait a minute, where's my little? I have a couple of them. Here it is. This one's really stained, but yes, they're just for the love of lace. Yes. Some pearls would look nice, though, wouldn't they? In a cluster with some pearls hanging. I have to look. I'm sure I've got this little plastic string of pearls. And if I don't, I know where I can get some. You know what I mean? By the end of the day, I probably will sound like a man. That's always fun. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should bring that over a little more. I would really like this stuff. How you doing, Judy? You doing okay? Judy says my grandmother was born in the 1800s and lived until she was lived until I was 2. She had a journal made of brocade fabrics and velvets and trims. Oh, Judy. That came from her mother's dresses and her grandmother as well. Judy, do you still have it? Do you have it? Does somebody in your family have it? Oh boy, wouldn't you love to see that? Oh, I would love to see that. There's the gal that my son was engaged to. They're no longer engaged, which is fine. But mm. Oh, you have? Yeah. Are you on the? You're on the. I was going to say, are you on the tail end of it, or are you on the ups? Are you on the upswing? That's a rude awakening, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, good. Good you're doing this. Yes, you have it. She wrote about her marriage to my grandpa and her children. Oh, how wonderful. Anyway, this gal that our son was engaged to, Felicia, um, she seemed to be interested in journaling and stuff, right? Everything is done. You had it yesterday. Good, good. So now just take it easy today, Judy. And this kid really had a knack for putting stuff on her pages. I mean, she took a piece of I took her through my stuff, and she would pick out things, and I'd say whether she could have it or not. I mean, some stuff I'm just not ready to part with. I hate to say it, but I feel like I can be very generous, but at times I'm like, there's some things I'm just not ready to part with. So most of the stuff, she got, but it was like I think a blue on blue um, cloth napkin, and she just really liked it. Well, she opened up the journal and just glued it down on the both pages, and then she started attaching stuff to it, like stuff she had in her junk drawer, like little pins, or something that her kids did, or a little picture. My gosh, it just looks so cute. She just had a knack of pinning stuff and putting stuff together. It just her, and it's so fat, and she loves the journal. But she's like, yeah, I emptied out my one night. She said was having a rough night. She doesn't have her children; they're with her ex, and she was having a rough night. So she just dumped out her junk drawer. And she said she just sat on the floor and picked through all of her stuff and just added little things that meant something to her, But the journal just is just to die for, really. My grands didn't do anything like that. Boy, what a treasure, Judy. Sounds wonderful. All right, I think my voice is starting to go, so I'm going to go get a drink, get some lunch, maybe some cold medicine. I'm going to have me a little snooze-a-roos, I think, and then I might come back out to my table a little later, dig through my fabric and see if I can put a little layer of something in to help. Maybe it's something underneath this, maybe a little gingham or something under here. Oh, I had that little piece of gingham. What did I do with that? I want that dark pink. Oh, here it is. I mean, I slept okay. I just don't sleep long enough at times. Yeah, maybe a little something like that idea under there. Just like a little veil. I have more of this too that I can put back over here. Hey, thanks for hanging out. There wasn't many of us today, but that's okay. Replayers, I appreciate you. It was nice to see Kathy Cow. She came in for a little bit. It was nice to see her. Jacqueline was here. Teresa, she started us off. Sherry, it's nice to see you. Have a good day, girls, okay? Um, Lord willing, I'll be back on Sunday for my live stream. Right, today's Thursday. Being retired, not looking at a calendar day to day, I always forget what day it is. So Sunday's the next time I'll be live. That's if I have a voice. We'll see how I'm feeling. Oh, thanks, Judy. You're so sweet. All right, so don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Until next time, just remember, I love you. Have a good day. Bye bye for now.